sure you're aware that Clare GAA has a new head of operations, with Ann Marie Moran officially taking up the role this month. A chartered accountant and IT project manager by profession, and someone with deep roots in club and county Gaelic games. Ann Marie's stepping into the position at a key time for the organisation, and she joins us now. Ann Marie Moran, a very good morning to you.
Morning, Alan. Thanks very much for having me in.
Thanks very much for coming in, and congratulations on assuming the role of head of operations. How does it feel to step into the role, and how has it been made easier by the fact you were announced as Deirdre Murphy's successor last December, so you've had a few weeks to kind of let the news subside or take it in, or your family take it in?
Yeah, it's been great. It's a great privilege to have been offered the position to take on after Deirdre. Since it's been announced that I got the job, Deirdre has been, a great help to me in the last few weeks before she finished up in the role herself. And I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into the new role and seeing what I can bring to the role after Deirdre has done so much for the county board in the last 3 years while she was in the position. So it's an exciting time for me and my family and everything. So I'm hoping that I can add a lot of value to Clare GAA in the next few years.
And I ask you, has it been made easier by having the kind of period between December and now to take it in and let the excitement subside maybe a little bit? But in terms of what has that period been like as well, in terms of preparation and handover? Because I suppose we all look forward to the Christmas period, but we look forward to it because it's a put the feet up and be with family and don't think about work. Whereas maybe, I don't know, did your workload increase because maybe there's a lot to be made aware of and kind of get aligned with before you really get into the role?
Yeah, look, I've been very lucky that I've been on the Clare County Board CCC for the last 2 years, so I had an opportunity to meet an awful lot of the executives and delegates and people in Clare Abbey and all of that, and in a different role before I got offered this role. So it wasn't as daunting, I suppose, as you normally start a new job where you're going in somewhere and you don't know anybody and anything like that. So the minute I was announced, Deirdre, reached out and offered to sit down with me and kind of go through some of the aspects of the role that she thought would be helpful for me to know in advance, so that I suppose I wasn't coming in on the 5th of January completely cold and not knowing where to start. So yeah, that has been a great bonus to me to be able to sit down with somebody. Yeah, I suppose I didn't get to put my feet up exactly over Christmas. It was, thinking about any new job.
Hope you got to relax a little bit.
Oh, I did. Don't worry, I did. But it was like anything, you're waiting for January to come around and you're, nervous about starting a new job and what it's going to bring. But, it was great. And, the well wishes I got from the minute it was announced were amazing from all parts of County Clare, from people I didn't know and I did know. So look, it was lovely to receive all those well wishes, and I hope I can meet all those expectations that people have now in this role.
And I guess all of those well wishes makes taking up this mantle a lot easier, Ann Marie, because there is nobody in the county that doesn't want you to succeed, because if every facet of the county board is working well, it's only for the benefit of Gaelic games in the county. So knowing that you have everyone behind you, I'm sure makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, it does in one way. It's lovely to see the support, and you're right. I think everybody in the county wants Clare GAA to do well and do the best that they can do. And in my role, I'm part of that process. I suppose it also gives a little bit of pressure as well, in that people are expecting certain things from the person in this role, and it's my job to fulfil those expectations as well. But I do think I haven't met anybody who hasn't been in support of the job, and knowing that it's a high pressure job. There's a lot on. It's long hours. There's various different aspects of it, from club right up to commercial and stuff like that. So it's going to be a challenging role, but it's something that I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into, yeah.
Okay, long hours. Have you said your goodbyes to your family? Left them a few photos to remember you by?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I suppose, look, in terms of your background and experience, I mean, we were just chatting off air there, you're steeped in GA at club level with Corofin and Corofin Ruan, but in the work side of things, as I said earlier, you're chartered account, you were chartered accountant, IT project manager, perhaps not the traditional GAA pathway. How do you see those skills benefiting the county board, and in particular with your new role as head of operations? Yeah,
so I qualified as a chartered accountant. I've been working in finance, I suppose, for a good few years. I joined State Street Ireland quite a number of years ago. I won't say how long, but
not long by the looks.
I worked in the finance side of that for a few years, and then I moved into IT side of things and got involved in project management. So I think a big aspect of this role is around finance and managing budgets and managing team budgets and the budgets around the county, and making sure we have enough money to do what we need to do in the county. And the other aspect of it is managing projects that we want to get completed from a Clare GAA perspective, and making sure that they run on budget and also run on a correct timeline and get done when they're meant to get done, and all aspects of them are included. So I think from my finance background and my project management background, I have a lot to offer those sides of the role in relation to managing the budgets and managing projects. So yeah, I do think I bring a lot of experience in those areas, which are very important in this role.
And you're taking over from Deirdre Murphy, of course, who's widely respected within the county. What kind of legacy are you inheriting there? And I'm sure she's been fantastic in helping you to step into her shoes.
Yeah, like Deirdre has a massive legacy left behind her. She came in at a time where there needed to be a lot of change in how the county board was run and how it was managed, and to give a lot of transparency and accountability and fairness. And she brought in a lot of new processes and procedures, streamlined a lot of things, kicked off massive big projects like Caherlohan's development and other areas like that she is leaving a huge legacy behind her, and we are in a much better position than we were maybe 3 years ago before she came in.
I suppose, some people when they're taking on a particular role, they'll feel like they have to make their mark by reinventing the wheel, even if that's just a completely lofty ambition. Others will want to keep things ticking over. For you, is it about looking for opportunities to build on what's already in place rather than trying to, because if you try to reinvent the wheel, you can end up upsetting the apple cart, to throw in another cliche?
Yeah, I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel. I think everything is running pretty smoothly at the moment. I'm sure, the more that I get stuck into things, there will be areas that maybe I'll see that I can add value to. We can change around processes, streamline things around finance, budgets, governance. But in general, I think everything is running pretty smoothly. I think one of the big opportunities, I suppose, for me is to get these projects completed, like the massive development we want to do in Caherlow, and to bring that to the level that we can stand over and say it is a great centre of excellence here in Clare, and that we are proud to show it off to the rest of the country. Finish the AstroTurf in Caherlow as well, which will give us another place for our teams to train and to be able to use in the off season when we have no lights and no grass pitches and stuff available. So those are the big things I think we want to be able to achieve and definitely start and maybe finish some of them this year. So I think that would be a pretty good start.
This is, I suppose, this chat is a dry run for later on, as we've been hearing in our sports bulletins. You'll oversee your first county board meeting. I suppose you're no stranger to county board meetings. I'm sure that makes things a bit easier. Yeah.
I'm less nervous about the county board meeting this evening than coming in here this morning. But I have a little bit of experience in going to the county board meetings or in meetings in general with Clare GAA. So yeah, look, it's going to be great to be there tonight. My first county board meeting. And I'm sure it'll run pretty smoothly, and hopefully it does. Yeah.
What would success look like for you at the end of your first year of head of operations?
I think to continue in the same frame of mind that we've been going in the last number of years, and as you said, not upset the apple cart too much. I think to try and finish some of the projects that we have on our books for this year, to offer another pitch available to our teams by the end of the year, which we're on target to do that. And I suppose I'm only in the job 2 weeks, so I'm sure as the year goes on, come up with other ideas, and commercial growth, I suppose, is another area that we would really, really like to improve and maximise on. We have some great sponsors out there who allow us to do a lot of different things development wise, but we would like to grow that if possible, so that we can offer all our Clare teams the best chance that they have to be a success within the country.
Well, look, you said you were nervous about coming in here, but you passed the test, so well done, Ann Marie Moran. Thanks very much for coming in this morning. That's Ann Marie Moran, Clare GAA's new head of operations, with us on Morning Focus.